Hello everybody, this is Jenny the Artsy-Rose and welcome back to Philippe's main story. We are on to Chapter 9. So, shall we start? We are about to embark on Chapter 9. Philippe's main story, Chapter 9. The carrier crow dropped right in front of me. Are you alright? The carrier crow was breathing heavily. It pointed to its own leg with a quivering wing. What's wrong? Are you hurt? Is it your leg? Oh, the letter? Do you want me to take it? A letter was tied in a fashionable manner on the bird's leg. I removed it quickly. The moment I took the letter, the bird crumpled and stopped moving. Ah! Mr. Crow! Why did you rush so? My heart was filled with sadness. Seeing a creature lose its life before my eyes. Then... Oi, move! Victor gave the bird a flick on its beak, on its cheek. What are you doing? Shut up and watch. Is Victor always as harsh when he speaks? I looked at the carrier crow as Victor pointed to it. I thought I'd managed to do it well this time too. Choose your victims. There's nothing interesting about doing that to this girl. What's going on? You don't even understand that much? He's created a scene by pretending to deliver a letter just for some stupid game. It's not just some stupid game. I've been working hard every day so that I can take first place at the Carrier Crow Games. I had no idea what was going on to the point where my mind was one big question mark. So this bird created an emotionally charged scene where it cast itself as close to death before pretending to be dead. Don't explain it like that! The bird made sure I definitely had my letter before flying off in a bad mood. There are some pretty strange competitions here. I opened the letter, which appeared to have something wrapped up inside of it. What could it be? What's this? Folded up neatly, inside was an adorable little 4-leaf clover. I felt a sharp pain in the corner of my mind, and a scene played out solely in my mind. Someone is running through the field. Me? It is. This must be my memory. I would often run about like that when I was alive. Picking wild strawberries and eating them, finding flowers to make daisy chains, and singing to that person. He was always at my side. He was kind and strong and always saw me for who I really was. Him. But who is he? I was suddenly embraced from behind. I felt warm and safe in his arms. My dearest. This is what you were looking for, isn't it, Judy? A 4-leaf clover? What do you plan on doing with it? I wanted to give it to you, the person who always ended up doing exactly as I asked. I was looking for one to give to you, so you can be happy no matter where the future takes you. I slowly turned around to look when I felt a sharp tug from behind, and I suddenly found myself back in the ballroom. What was that just now? Did I forget to notice something important? Oi, woman! What a pain. But despite his harsh tone, Victor's hands on me were gentle as he supported my shoulders. I need to return to my room. I made my excuse to Victor and left the ballroom. My mind immediately began to process what I just seen. Firstly, I need to get these thoughts worked out. I tried to perk myself up, ignoring the fact that my legs felt like lead. I kept walking when I suddenly heard someone talking. Curious, I continued walking. Philippe? JJ and Philippe and JJ were talking, and it could not have been said to be a light conversation. I was about to say Philippe's name, when a large hand clammed over my mouth. Be quiet. Who is it? I looked up to find Victor's well-defined features above me. Keep your voice down, woman. For some reason, I felt relieved that it was Victor. No matter what happens, I feel like I will be safe with him. We slowly crept up on Philippe and JJ, making sure they could not sense us. We finally came close enough to hear what they were saying.
So in conclusion, it's impossible. Yes, this is impossible for me too. But this is impossible for me too. So there is nothing you can think of. Is there nothing you can think of?
I can't make out what they were talking about.
There's nothing for it, Philippe. Can you just give up? You're going to be found out at this rate.
Found out? Does he mean the fact that he's still alive? But how does JJ know?
You know why I must stay here, don't you? Yes, I believe I do.
What? JJ knows why Philippe is staying here in Niflheim?
Then, so in conclusion, I cannot stop her. She's waiting for you and only you. She is.
I finally figured out what was going on from the pained look on Philippe's face. She remembers him too. I have to find the gate to the land of the living as soon as possible, for both Philippe and his beloved. I clasped both hands to the point of my chest. That felt like a stab wound. I pretended not to feel the pain.
Alright, tell her for me. Tell her to be ready tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Crud! I had cried in surprise, and Victor clicked his tongue at me before carrying me off in another direction. At another spot. We hid in a corner of the corridor and kept the sound of our breathing to a minimum.
You're not too cramped?
No. And I'm sorry.
That's fine, but can you hide your aura?
What? I can't do a trick like that.
What a pain. Just keep quiet then.
Victor reversed around and I found myself sandwiched between him and the wall. There really is something different about Victor today. I don't remember him being so masculine before.
Shh, quiet.
He suddenly lifted my chin, as if he were about to kiss me. His eyes were on the corridor, and I gathered that he was looking for signs of Philippe. I heard footsteps going closer. Nerves trickled down my spine. I should have been hidden from Philippe's view by the pillars, but after a couple of more steps, he would be able to spot us entirely. Please, stop.
I thought I heard a voice, but I must have imagined it.
Philippe turned around and went back the way he came. My spine was relieved of my state of nervousness, and I collapsed into Victor. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Victor then turned away and headed in the opposite direction to the ballroom. I had taken care.
I'm sorry.
I had taken care to keep hold of the four-leaf clover, but it had lost its vitality in my hand. Poor four-leaf clover. I told Orlando that I had a headache and felt dizzy, and he permitted me to go back to my room. I flopped down on my bed, and unsurprisingly, my mind was filled with thoughts of Philippe. So the one he loves finally has her memories back. I realized just how tragic my own feelings were, so they fell into the darkness with nowhere to go. I had sighed for the untold time when I heard something bang on my window. Could that be? I flung open the curtain, thinking another carrier crow had arrived. There was a big tree outside my window, and standing on a branch of that tree was Philippe! I opened my window, and Philippe slipped inside. I heard that he felt dizzy. Are you alright? He looked at me with affectionate eyes, and I recalled the conversation I had just heard. I can't think like that anymore. He's taken his beloved to path, through the gate tomorrow. The seeds of love had finally sprouted and bloomed within me, but were destined to wilt away just like the four-leaf clover. I was worried about you, but neither Orlando nor the guards would let me through, so I'm sorry about having to come through the window. He stroked my hair tenderly, trying to ascertain that I was all right. Do you have some time tonight? I nodded and Philippe smiled. I know it's late, but there is something I want to show you. Would you sneak out with me? Now? Because I already have a few things I need to do tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow Philippe is. There was only one answer I could make. Yes, I'll go. I wanted to spend as much time with Philippe as I could. I took the hand he offered me. Poised lightly, Philippe slipped out of the window and crossed to the branches of the tree. I wonder if I could do that too. I gingerly placed one foot on the branch Philippe stood on, and the grass seemed to come racing up towards me. It's so high up. Philippe, can you give me a hand? I didn't like playing the damsel in distress, but making it onto the branch was my first priority. Come here. He held out his hand to me. I took his hand, happy to lay claim to it even for just a moment. He wrapped a hand around my waist and used his strength to pull me over. I landed easily amidst the tree branches. Philippe stepped down a branch, and I placed my foot where he did, and made my way down as well. I repeated that process a few times, and before I knew it, I was halfway down, just a little bit further. I felt like I was having an adventure, and that thought made me smile. Hey, Philippe. But Philippe didn't look at me when I called to him, keeping his eyes on the ground and other branches. His ears look kind of red. I hope he doesn't have a fever. Please, Philippe, look at me. But even then, Philippe wouldn't look up. I puffed out my cheeks in indignation. Why won't you look up? I knew I must have sounded sad when I spoke, but I really did want to see his face. Princess, I really cannot look up right now. He sounded reluctant to speak, and I crouched down so I could hear him. What was that? If I look up, I'll be able to see. See, I looked at the situation a bit more carefully. The positions we were in and what I was wearing in particular. I'm an idiot! Here I am practically begging him to look. I felt my face going red and I became flustered. I lost my balance and... Ah! Jandy! Philippe grabbed hold of me. Under my own weight and the force of gravity, I started to slip away. I started to slip down. Stay still. I'll pull you up. There was something sexy about Philippe's strained voice. He pulled me up into his strong arms, and I thanked him. You're not hurt? No. But more importantly, didn't he just call me Jandy just now? I felt as if my heart might burst open, as a pulsating sensation spread throughout my entire body. I wanted to see it again. I finally made it to the ground. The fun part of our secret stroll was wondering where we might end up next. Where are we going? But even then, I could not help but ask. I wanted to hear his voice for as long as I could, and see his rich expressions as often as I could. Down beside that lake. We had nearly arrived at our destination. I hope tomorrow never comes. I knew it was not possible, but I wished it anyway. Now if you'll excuse me. I'm already dead, so it doesn't matter if I fall. Jandy! I calmed myself down and took a step out onto the branch. I nearly lost my footing, and Philippe grabbed hold of my waist, pulling me over to him. Oh, but I'll be fine even if I do fall.
Even if you can't die, I still wouldn't like to see it.
I feel like grinning. I just can't help it. Philippe stepped down a branch, and I placed my foot where he did. I made my way down as well.
I'm sorry for making this video so late. Well, since there's only 3 pictures, since there are only 3 more episodes for this chapter, I don't need I don't need to wait for so many tickets to I don't need to wait to restock on 5 tickets to continue this chapter. I am Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday's Father's Day.